Hello, everybody. So we're going to continue with our discussion in Chapter 5, and today we're going to work with problem solving using decimal operations. And the strategy you're going to be practicing today is a strategy called working backward to solve multi-step decimal problems. So working backward. Now, again, this is just a strategy. It's one way to solve these type of math problems, but doesn't mean this is the only way to solve these types of problems. Okay. All right, we are on page 239 of the fifth grade Go Math textbook. So let's look at the unlock the problem. So Carson spent $15.99 for two books and three pens. The books cost $4.95 each. The sales tax on the total purchase was $1.22. And Carson also used a coupon for $50 off. If each pen had the same cost, how much did each pen cost? So overall, he spent $15.99. So what do I need to find? I need to find the cost of each pen. What information do I need? Well, I need to know they spent $15.99 total, okay, for two books and three pens. I need to know that the books cost $4.95 each. I need to know the sales tax was $1.22. And I need to know that he used a coupon that was 50 cents off his purchase. So how will I use this information? So again, we're working on the strategy working backward. So I can work backward. And work back from the amount Carson spent to find the cost of each pen. All right. So what does that look like? Well, we're going to make a flow chart. Okay. And in this flow chart, we're going to put all the information that was given to us. Okay. And then we're going to use the inverse operations and work backward. So this is kind of all the information they gave us. Okay. And then we're going to take that information and work backwards. Okay. So this is the last one going from the information in the problem. And then we're going to go backwards from the total amount spent. We're going to add the amount of the coupon because that was 50 cents off. So we have to put it back on. We're going to take away the sales tax because that wasn't part of the cost of the books or the pens. We're going to subtract the cost of the two books because we're not trying to find the cost of the two books. We already know the cost of the two books. And when we do all that, that's going to leave us the cost of three pens. Okay, so you'd have one box and we say the cost of three pens. Well, three times the cost of each pen. We don't know that yet, right? It's unknown. So the cost of three pens plus the cost of two books. So the cost of two books. So I know the books. The books are $4.95. Plus the amount of sales tax. I know the sales tax. Sales tax was $1.22. I know he took 50 cents off. And that equaled the total amount that he spent, which was $15.99. Okay. So we've put in all the information that we were given, and we know that he spent $15.99. Now let's work backwards from that. So he spent $15.99. Let's add back the amount of the coupon that he took off. Okay. And we're going to subtract the sales tax again because that wasn't part of the cost of the pens or the books. And we're going to subtract the cost of the two books. So 2 times $4.95. What is $4.95 plus $4.95? $4.95 plus $4.95. Okay, so that's $9.90 that he spent on books. And that's going to equal the cost of our 3 pens. So let's go ahead and do that math. $15.99 plus 50 cents. $15.99 plus 50 cents. That's $16.49. Then we're going to subtract $1.22. So $16.49 minus $1.22. So we're at $15.27 when we subtract the sales tax. And then we're going to subtract the $9.90 from the books. And we're left with $5.37 for the cost of 3 pens. Our question says how much did each pen cost? So we're going to take this 537 and we're going to divide by 3. All right, well, I'm dividing a decimal by a whole number, so how many ones can I share with 3 groups? I could share 1, and that would leave me 2 ones that I can't share with 3 groups. So I'm going to bring down the 3 tenths, and now the 23 tenths shared with 3 groups. Well, I know that that's 7, and 7 times 3 is 21. We're going to subtract, and that leaves us 2 tenths. I can't share 2 tenths with 3 groups. So I'm going to bring down the 7/100ths. And so I'm going to think of this as 27/100ths divided by 3, which would be 9. Subtract, I'm left with 0. I have no more numbers to bring down. So each pen was $1.79. All right. All right, so let's go to 240 and let's practice some more. All right. Last week, Vivian spent a total of $20. She spent $9.95 for tickets to the school fair, $5.95 for food, and the rest for 2 rings. If each ring had the same cost, how much did each ring cost? All right, so what do I need to find? I need to find the cost of each ring. All right, what information do I need to use? Well, I need to know that she spent $20. I need to know that she spent $9.95 of that on tickets and $5.95 for food, and that the rest was spent on the rings. How will I use this information? So again, in this lesson, we're practicing using flowcharts to work backwards. So we're going to work backwards. All right, so we're going to work backward from the amount Vivian spent to find the cost of each ring. All right, so let's put our flowchart together. And the first thing we're going to have is the cost of the 2 rings, right? So I'm just going to put a box. I'm going to say cost of 2 rings. Well, mathematically, what would that look like? That would look like 2 times the cost of each ring. I don't know the cost of each ring yet. All right. So the cost of the rings, the cost of the food, the cost of the tickets added up to $20. So we're going to have to add our second piece, which I'm going to go ahead and say the cost of the tickets. Okay. So mathematically, obviously that would be a plus sign. What was the cost of the tickets? Well, the cost of the tickets was $9.95. All right, we'd also have to add the cost of the food. So the cost of the food was $5.95. And all of that equals the total that she spent. All right. So we have the cost of the 2 rings plus the cost of the tickets plus the cost of the food equals $20. And our question was, what is the cost of the 2 rings? So let's work backward to figure that out. This time we're going to start with this total spent. And we're going to minus the cost of the food. Minus the cost of the tickets. Will equal the cost of the 2 rings. Okay. So that's what we're trying to find out, right? All right, so let's start there. 20 take away 5.95. Okay, what's 20 minus 5.95? Well, I know I can't take 5 from nothing. I can't regroup from the 0 tenths, tenths. I can't regroup from the 0. So we're going to have to borrow from the tens. And work our way to the hundredths. 10 take away 5 hundredths is 5 hundredths. 9 tenths take away 9 tenths take away 9 tenths is 0 tenths. 9 ones take away 5 ones is 4 ones. And 1 10 take away nothing is 1 10. So we're at 1405, and now we have to take away the cost of the tickets. So subtract, we're going to be left with 0. We can't take 9 from 0 tenths, so we're going to regroup. 10 tenths take away 9 tenths is 1 tenth. I can't take 9 ones from 3 ones, so I'll regroup from the tens. And 13 ones take away 9 ones is 410. So we know that the cost of 2 rings was $4.10. But it didn't ask me the cost of 2 rings. It says the cost of each ring. So I'm going to take the 410 and I'm going to divide by 2. So $4.10 divided by 2. I know that I can share 2 ones in each group of 2, which would be 4. I can't share 0 with 2 groups, so I'm going to bring down the 1/10. I can't share any of the 1/10ths with the 2 groups. So I'm going to bring down the 10/100ths. 10/100ths divided by 2 is 5. So each ring costs $2.05. Okay. All right, let's continue on to page 241. All right, Hector spent $36.75 for 2 DVDs, which cost the same amount. The sales tax was $2.15. He used a coupon for $1 off. So how much did each DVD cost? All right, so step 1, make a flow chart to show the information and show how you would work backward. All right, so what's the first thing? Well, we know that it has to be the cost of the 2 DVDs, right? So the cost for 2 DVDs plus the sales tax minus the coupon will equal the total spent. All right, so let's put these in terms of mathematical problem or multiplication problem. I'm sorry, I just a mathematical sentence. So the cost for 2 DVDs would be 2 times the cost of each DVD. That's what we have to find out. I don't know that yet. I'm translating the word plus into the plus sign. The sales tax. Well, the sales tax was $2.15. All right. So the cost of the DVDs plus the sales tax minus the dollar that he took off of his purchase will equal the total amount he spent, which was $36.75. So let's work our way backward to figure out the cost of the DVDs. So we would start with the total spent. And we'd have to add back on the coupon. So plus coupon discount. Okay. Because again, that wasn't, if that was taken off of our amount, we have to add it back on to figure out what it was before we were able to apply the coupon. We're going to minus the sales tax. Because that wasn't, sales tax is not part of the original price of something. And that's going to equal the cost of the 2 DVDs. All right, so let's put that in, let's translate these into money. So $36.75 was the total amount spent, plus the dollar off, minus the $2.15 will give us the cost of the 2 DVDs. All right, so what's 36 plus $1? Well, that's $37.75 minus $2.15. So the cost of the DVDs before any sales tax and before applying any coupon was $35.60. But that was spread out over 2 DVDs. So I need to take that 3560 and divide by 2. So 3560 divide by 2. So the cost of 2 DVDs was $35.60. What's the cost of 1 DVD? Well, I can share 110 with the 2 groups, leaving me with 110 that I can't share with 2 groups. I'm going to bring around the 5 ones and think of this as 15 ones divided by 2, because I can put 7 ones in each group. I'd be left with 1, which I can't share with 2 groups. So I'm going to trade that for 10 tenths and bring down the 6 tenths. 16 tenths divided by 2 is 8 tenths. 8 tenths times 2 tenths is 16 tenths. There's no tenths left. Let's bring down the hundredths, and I can't share any 0 hundredths with 2 groups. So we have $17.80. Okay, number 2. What if Hector spent $40.15 for the DVDs? The sales tax was $2.55, and he didn't have a coupon. How much would each DVD cost? So we're going to look at the same setup, right? So we'd still have the cost of 2 DVDs. Okay. Plus the sales tax. But this time there's no coupon, so it's just going to be the cost of the 2 DVDs plus the sales tax will equal the total spent. Okay, so whoops, I miswrote that. 40.15 was the total amount he spent. I have to find the cost of the DVDs. Okay, so 2 times the cost of the DVDs plus $2.55 equals $40.15. So we can work backwards. Total spent minus the sales tax will equal the cost of 2 DVDs. All right. So again, we know the total spent was $40.15. We know the sales tax was $2.55. And that's going to give us the cost of 2 DVDs. So 40.15 minus 2.55. Well, 5 take away 5 is 0. I can't take 5 tenths from 1 tenth, right? But I also can't borrow from the ones. So let's change that to 3 tens. Make that 10 ones. Now we can borrow from that the 10 ones to give to the tenths. 11 tenths take away 5 tenths is 6 tenths. 9 ones take away 2 ones is 7. And 3 take away nothing is 3. So the cost of the DVDs is $37.60. We're going to take that $37.60 and divide by 2 because he bought 2 DVDs. So $37.60 divided by 2. I know I can put 1 in each group with 1 left over. I'm going to bring down the 7 ones. 17 divided by 2 is 8. With 1 left over, bring down the 6 tenths. And 2 times 8 is 16. Subtract, we get 0. Bring down the 0. So it's $18.80 for each DVD in that case. All right, number 3. Sophia spent $7.30 for school supplies. She spent $3 for a notebook and $1.75 for a pen. She also bought 3 large erasers. If each eraser had the same cost, how much did you spend for each eraser? All right, so she spent $7.30 total. $3 of that was spent on a notebook. $1.75 was spent for a pen. And then she also bought 3 large erasers. All right, so let's go ahead and draw a flow chart for that. So how did she get to $7.30? Well, the first thing she did was we're going to say the cost of 3 erasers. Plus what? Well, she also bought a pen. And she bought a notebook. So she bought a pen, a notebook, and 3 large erasers. And that equaled her amount. Equals total spent. Okay, so what's that look like? Math sentence. 3 times the cost of the erasers plus the cost of the pen. The pen was $1.75 plus the cost of the notebook, which was $3, equals the $7.30 she spent. Okay, so we can work backwards. The total spent minus the cost of the notebook minus the cost of the pen equals the cost of the erasers. Okay, so again, all we're doing is working backwards from our setup. So the total spent was $7.30. We're going to take away the $3 for the cost of the notebook. We're going to take away the cost of the pens, and that's going to give us the cost of 3 erasers. All right, so $7.30 take away 3. That's $4.30 minus $1.75. Going to have to regroup. 10 take away 5 is 5. I can't subtract 7 from 2, so I'm going to regroup. 12 take away 7 is 5, and 3 take away 1 is 2. So the cost of the 3 erasers was $2.55. But there's 3 of them, and it asks us to find the cost of 1. So it's $2.55 divided by 3. I know I can't put any of the 2 1s in 3 equal groups. So we're going to think of this as 25 tenths. 8 times 3 is 24. Subtract, we're left with 1/10. I can't share 1/10 with 3 groups. So I'm going to trade that for 10 hundredths and bring down the 5 hundredths. 15 hundredths divided by 3 is 5 hundredths. That leaves us with 0. So cost of each eraser was 85 cents. All right, let's move on to page 242, number 4. All right, let's see. The change from a gift purchase was $3.90. Each of 6 students donated an equal amount. How much change should each student receive? And there's really no need to work backwards on this one. Basically, we're sharing $3.90 with the 6 students. If we each give an equal amount, shouldn't we all get an equal amount of the change? All right, so we're getting $3.90 back. That shouldn't just go to one person. We should share it equally among the 6 people. So $3.90 divided by 6. I know I can't take any of the ones and put them equally into 6 groups. So I'm going to treat this as 39 tenths, and 6 times 6 tenths is 36 tenths, with a remainder of 3 tenths. You can't share 3 tenths equally with 6 groups. So we're going to trade those for 30 hundredths and bring down the 0 hundredths. So 30 hundredths divided by 6 is 5 hundredths. And we have nothing left, and there's no more numbers to bring down. So each person should receive 65 cents. All right, number 5. A mail truck picks up 2 boxes of mail from the post office. The total weight of the boxes is 32 pounds. Total weight, 32 pounds. One box is 8 pounds heavier than the other box. How much does each box weigh? Well, let's see if we can figure this out. So we have, let's say, box 1, right? Plus the second box. Well, the second box is going to be the weight of box 1 plus 8. Right? The second box is going to be the weight of the first box, but 8 pounds heavier. Okay. So I'm going to put first box here plus the second box has to equal total pounds. Okay, and the total pounds is 32. All right, so if we were working backwards, we'd say 32 total pounds minus box 2 will equal the weight of box 1. Sorry, minus 8. Okay. So 32 minus 8 is 24. So that would be if they were equal, right? If we're taking away the 8 pounds, so each of the boxes would be equal in that case. If they were exactly the same, they would come out to 24. So we could take 24 and divide by 2. Well, 24 divided by 2, we know that that's 12. Okay, so if box 1 equals 12 pounds, then box 2 equals 12 plus 8. And 20 plus 12 is 32. So, what was our question? How much does each box weigh? Box 1 equals 12 pounds. Box 2 equals 20 pounds. All right, number 6. Stacy buys 3 CDs for $29.98. She saved $6.44 by buying the set. If each CD costs the same amount, how much does each of the three CDs cost when purchased individually? So the cost of 3 DVDs minus I guess I'm going to say discount will equal total spent. Okay, so what was the cost of 3 DVDs? We don't know. So it would be 3 times each DVD minus $6.44. That's how much she saved by buying them in a set. And she spent $29.98. All right, so now we can work backwards from that. And we would take the total spent and we would add back the discount. And that's going to give us the cost of the DVDs without the discount. So $29.98 plus the $6.44 equals the cost of the DVDs. All right, so $29.98 plus $6.44. 8 and 4 is 12. Regroup that as 1 and 2/100. 9 tenths plus 4 tenths is 13 tenths, plus the regroup tenth is 14 tenths. Regroup that as 1 and 4 tenths. 9 and 6/1 is 15, plus the regrouped one is 16. Regroup that as 1/10 and 6/1. 2 tenths plus 1/10, 36. So it would have cost her $36.42 if she bought the DVDs individually. So we know she bought 3 DVDs. So $36.42 divided by 3. All right, well, I can share 3 ones, 1 in each group of 3, in each of the 3 groups. Bring down the 1/10 in each of the 3 groups. Subtract, that leaves me 0/10. I'm going to bring down the 6 ones. I can share 2 ones in each of the 3 groups, leaving me with 0 ones. Okay, I'm going to bring down the 4 tenths. I can put 1/10 in each of the groups. Subtract, I'm going to be left with 1/10. I'm going to trade that for 10/100 and bring down the 2/100. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So the cost of each one would be $12.14 individually. Okay, number 7. A school's cafeteria sold 1,280 slices of pizza the first week, 640 the second week, 320 the third week. If this pattern continues, in what week will the cafeteria sell 140 slices? Well, we're just basically working on a pattern here, right? So let's see. 1,280. Then it went to 640. Then it went to 320. And we want to get down to 40, right? Well, this is decreasing by half, right? Because 320 plus 320 is 640. So divide by 2 is our rule. So 320 divided by 2. Half of 320 . 320 is 160. 160 divided by 2 is 80. 80 divided by 2 is 40. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Week 6. Each week cafeteria sells 2 times less than the previous week. Okay. And number 8, Don spent $26.50, including sales tax, on 4 books and 3 folders. The books cost $5.33 each, and the total sales tax was $1.73. Fill in the table with the correct cost of each item. Well, they told us the cost of the books was $5.33. The cost of each folder, we have to figure that out. The cost of the sales tax was $1.73. So let's go ahead and work our way here. So we have 3 folders. Plus the cost of each book. Plus the sales tax. Equals total spent. All right, so we have to figure out the cost of the folders. The cost of each book was $5.33. I should have said cost of 4 books. So $5.33 times 4 plus the sales tax of $1.73 equals $26.50. So let's work backwards from there. Total spent minus the sales tax minus the cost of 4 books equals the cost of 3 folders. Okay. All right, so he spent $26.50. I'm sorry, she spent $26.50. We need to take away the sales tax, which was $1.73. We need to take away the cost of 4 books. What is 4 books? $5.33 times 4. So minus $21.32 for the books equals the cost of 3 folders. All right, so $26.50 take away $1.73. You can't take 3 hundredths from 0 hundredths, so let's regroup from the tenths. 10 hundredths take away 3 hundredths is 7 hundredths. You can't take 7 tenths from 4 tenths, so we're regrouped from the ones. 14 take away 7 tenths is 7 tenths. Just bring the decimal point straight down. 5 ones take away 1 1 is 4. All right, so after taking away the sales tax, we're left with $24.77. We need to now take away the cost of the books, which was $21.32. 7 take away 2 is 5. 7 take away 3 is 4. Bring down the decimal point. 4 ones take away 1 1 is 3 ones. and 2 take away 2 tens is 0. So we have $3.45 is the cost of the 3 folders. We're going to take the $3.45 and divide by 3. I know I can just bring the decimal point up because I'm taking a decimal and dividing by a whole number. I can share 1, 1 in each of the 3 groups, leaving me 0. I'm going to bring down the 4 tenths. I can share 1/10 in each of 3 groups, leaving me 1/10. And 15 hundredths shared with 3 groups would be 5 in each group. So the cost of each folder is going to be $1.15. Okay. All right, so that's our discussion of problem solving using the strategy working backwards. And that actually concludes our discussion of chapter 5. When our next time we work together, we'll be starting our discussion of fractions with unlike denominators. So until then, I will see you soon.